Hey, Svenny. Let's go, boy. Nissa, Arrow, little puppies. All right. Good morning. Dad here, BigGoofyRunner. Welcome back to another video talking about weight loss and exercise and how things have been going with all my working from home and all that kind of fun stuff. So, yeah, this week it's been crap. Let's just put that out there. Lots of different reasons why, lots of different problems, lots of little things going on. A lot of just weird stuff, but yeah, stressed at work, that kind of stuff, so that didn't help. Probably ate ways that I shouldn't have. Like, I had things this week that I normally wouldn't eat, but they were just kind of seemed right with the stress and that kind of stuff. Stress eating, that kind of junk. So bagels, donuts, chocolate bar, Coke, that kind of thing. So it's not good. Weight's gone up a little bit, a few pounds. Couldn't have gained that much weight that quickly, so I know at least some of that is temporary, but it's not a good trend. It's not good for the brain, so I gotta get that stuff all sorted out. So yeah, that does mean more exercising. I'm doing all my weights and my daily chin-ups and all those kind of those exercises and things like that. That's all getting done, but the cardio is not happening as much as it should. Say the walking at lunch hasn't been happening, that kind of stuff. We've been getting our roof redone. Shingles were just destroyed, just age and stuff like that, so they were getting ripped out, and that was getting done all this week. So I wasn't kind of like leaving the house and going anywhere at lunch or whatever. So I just kind of stayed here to do that kind of stuff, and basically whenever roofers took a break is when I had to get more work done and things like that. So it's kind of a little rough there, but that also didn't help my head, I don't think. I was off sick on Friday, took off work because headache and stomach issues and things like that, and I think at least part of it was tension from all the roofing, all the constant noise. I think I was just always tensed up, and that just did not help, mindset or physically or anything like that. So that wasn't good. They will be done. They're almost done now completely. They will be done Monday, I believe, unless the weather turns and goes kind of bad. But so they'll get done, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, just that was just a rough week for that kind of stuff. Most of the summer we've had like almost no rain. Forest fires have been a problem. Not right where we are. We get the smoke from more northern and western and eastern Manitoba, where there has been more fires. But it's just been very, very dry. And then we started getting a bunch of rain, and then right before the roofers showed up, it was pretty wet, but the grass was getting pretty long. But I didn't get a chance to mow before the roofers started doing stuff, and I wanted to wait till they did some cleanup before I got mowing, because I didn't want to catch any roofing nails and firing them across the neighbor's yard or anything like that. So yeah, I mowed yesterday morning, and after it rained heavily the night before again, but it was just I just needed to get it done. I knew it wasn't ideal conditions, but yeah, it didn't work out as well as I would have liked. Unfortunately, I don't think necessarily mowing was the problem. The problem was once I got started doing it, I was wearing a pair of shoes that I was fairly certain were kind of getting maybe done. I wasn't quite sure. Depending when I would go for my walks at lunch, I was alternating between two different pairs of shoes, and afterwards either my feet would hurt or my knees would kind of hurt a little bit. I just wasn't sure if it was just because I wasn't active enough, if there was problems with the shoes, that kind of thing. Well, definitely one of the pairs of shoes had an issue that they were just done. Essentially, they were a pair of runners that I'd used. I'd use them for training for marathons and stuff like that. But when they'd gotten to the point where they weren't very good for running anymore, I could still use them to walk around and stuff like that. They still looked in good condition, and they still felt okay. But I get a little bit more time out of them, and then they get retired. Well, I found a pair that really needed to be retired yesterday. I mowed in them, and yeah, my right knee is hooped. It hurts to bend too much. I can climb stairs fine, does hurt a little bit, but coming downstairs sometimes it doesn't want to hold my weight, so that's definitely not good. And yeah, it was hurting yesterday. I did this yesterday, and then this morning I can see it's actually swollen. So I'm in here in the pool, kind of stretching it a little bit. I'll get in the hot tub after and kind of work on it some more, and then ice it later, that kind of thing. But that's not good. That's not helpful, especially when I've been stressed, and I definitely need to be doing more cardio and things like that. And yeah, that's gonna slow me down a little bit. Should be able to walk though. Just got to be kind of much more careful and cognizant of what's going on, and change my shoes apparently. So yeah, it's I guess that's one of the things, right? Like I haven't been doing a lot of moving around, a lot of walking, or going out of the house that much, so I wasn't really catching the issues with the shoes faster. I used to be really good at catching when a pair of shoes was just not right for me, and I'm out of practice, so I'm gonna get back into that. But those shoes are definitely gone. The shoes that have been hurting the top of my feet, or my feet while I've been walking, those ones, they are still good with cushion and stuff like that. I think what it is they've got an elastic lace in them, and it's kind of a full-footed, almost fitted boot almost inside, like a sock. And I think that's just a little too tight. So I'm gonna look a little more closely at that one to figure out how I can loosen it. I think I can do it by just loosening some of the elastic laces, that kind of thing. But it should be okay. But I'm gonna look into, there's some other runners that I haven't been running with that they'll be perfectly good for walking. That should be pretty solid. So I'll just do a rotation there on shoes, and that should be good. And yeah, then as I get the legs strengthened again this week, then I'll get back to running, and hopefully I get my diet sorted out this week, cut down on some of the stress, things like that. So yeah, it's just definitely been doing some reading this weekend, just things to take my mind off stuff and just kind of relax, because lots of stress obviously derails me. I eat crappy, and it's just not good. So, and that's one of my problems with running, is a lot of people will run to relieve stress and stuff like that. I actually find that if I've got something my brain is working on and I'm angry or upset about something, my brain will work on it even harder while I'm running, and it is detrimental to the run and to the exercise and stuff like that. My head doesn't clear. I don't come back from a run feeling, okay, that problem wasn't that big a problem. I come back going, fuck that problem. It's me an angrier kind of deal. So I got to be pretty careful about that, and just kind of monitor that. But we'll see. Yeah, reading, play some puzzle games, something like that. Just something to distract my brain and get it working on, focusing on something different. That kind of stuff. So, well, we'll see how that all goes. But a little bit different, and yeah. We're coming into the last week of summer vacation for the kids. Then they're back in school next week. They have turned around. They were going to, the province did not put in a mask mandate, but multiples of the school divisions and stuff like that were putting in mask requirements, which was fantastic. That was good, because, like, yeah, having the kids back in full time, no masks, there's stupid people out there. So it's, everybody's fully vaccinated, but it's like, yeah, it's, you get enough of the breakthroughs from the Delta variant and things like that it's really starting to be a concern again. So we'll just kind of wait and watch and see what's going on. But it was nice that they now have turned around and given a mask mandate, and actually vaccination requirements for anyone working with the kids, and in healthcare, and any basically any of the anybody working with areas that would be in danger, that kind of stuff, or can't get squirrels, can't get vaccinated and things like that. So that's good that there's that has gone in place at least. We'll just kind of see as time goes on how this goes and how it goes through the fall. There was noise going that we're going to be back in the office October or November. We will get 4 weeks notice apparently before it's going to occur. So it's possible that within the next couple of weeks we get notification that we're going back in the office, but we shall see what that ends up looking like in the end. And again, the Delta variant is going to make that kind of a little wishy-washy. So it's really hard to say what's going to happen there. And we are supposedly going to a hybrid model, but it's unclear on what that's going to look like and when it'll kick in. my concern being is that we will go to everybody back in the office and we'll figure out the hybrid later, and then it just never gets figured out. It's, you know, a lost opportunity to have that flexibility, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, but that adds to the stress as well, because a year and a half working from home here, I really like it. It works really well for me, and that kind of stuff. So it's for me, mentally and physically and stuff like that, it's been really good. So yeah, not looking forward to being back in the office, but it's also not set in stone yet. So yeah, so it was interesting. But anyway, hopefully next week is a bit more of a positive video. I certainly intend to do a lot more running and training and things like that, and get my stuff together. Wife's running's going fantastic. She's coming up on probably getting a 200-mile month in on the treadmill, and that's fantastic. I think I've only got like 4 of those maybe, so that's excellent. She's doing really good, really pushing herself, and that's phenomenal. And so at least her stuff is going good, so that's great. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna keep swimming a little bit, try and work this leg, and then get in the hot tub and then ice this darn thing and see if I can get it strong enough to do what I need it to do. Anyway, but yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.